Log recording. I believe I started hearing this shit. It's 3:14 in the morning, West Coast time. It's still the October 4th, 2023. I just got a tail end flash on CNN about a Baltimore university being targeted. Shall we talk? This is Weaver John C. from Roseman, California. I'm a college student going to a local community college out in Lancaster. It scares the hell out of me. I mean, for the past several years, my brother kept trying to tell me before he passed away. Um, Watch this video about LA Unified School, no, LA County Sheriff's Department talking about a possible shooter and what the hell you're supposed to be doing about him. I didn't think he was really kidding about it because we had heard in the last 20 or 30 years about the shootings that had taken place at different schools, different malls, how it just scared the living crap out of all of us. And this scares the hell out of me. This scares the hell out of me because I know on one particular channel they're going to be talking about politics and they're going to be yammering about what the hell happened in Washington, D.C. I'm more worried about the local shit about happening in my own area. I'm worried about if my college is going to be going through that kind of situation and what are we prepared for? We are not prepared. These guys are making edifices here look like uglier than shit. They want to make it ugly and pretty for the 21st century. At this point over here, I'm thinking, okay, they're perfect targets for somebody to come on campus and just have fun. I'm going to be pissing off the zeros and ones of the algorithms of Google and YouTube and anyone else for that matter. But I got to talk about school shooting. I have to. This is important. This is terrifying as hell. We're going to be going into a situation where going to be totally out of control at this point. I get almost the heebie-jeebies on some occasions in the bus. I'm not quite sure if there's going to be anybody else going to be attacking me if I happen to get into the deeper, excuse me, deeper areas of a bus. So I usually stay in the front. If I don't piss off anybody else in the back, I'll be okay. But this is important. This hearing about school shootings, that scares me because the bus I'm on is an express transport from Mojave. Well, you go from Cal City, Mojave, back again to Roseman to Lancaster. And in Lancaster, they got a few stops over there. One of them deals with the college. And they're making stops at transit points of buses. And where they are right now is scaring the living crap out of me. I'm going to be turning on the news pretty shortly, as soon as it comes up here. And this scares me because I'm going to be seeing something I don't want to see. And I'm not quite sure how to deal with it. I'm 57 years old. I'm not in the greatest of health right now. But I want to hear more about the shooting and how they're talking about the gas bag on CNN. I don't care about the damn gas bag. I really don't. I want to know about that damn school shooting. I want to know how it's going to be affecting me at this point. Because now I have to deal with it. I don't know much about the details. I'm still waiting for the details. And what's going to be a what? I mean, they keep showing the gas bag. I want to know about the damn gas bag. I want to know about that damn shooting because it hits too close to home. This is not the easiest thing to deal with early in the morning of how much I'm going to be needing to carry or not carry. And simply put, if there's a school shooting out there, I want to know about this. I want to know about it. And there has to be something online about the shooting because the more information I know about it, the more terrified I probably will be in front of the damn thing. But more information is necessary. So while they're talking about other crap happening, I'm still changing channels left and right just to see. Talk to me about the damn school shooting out in Baltimore. And all I see is the Trumplicans or something about the Trumplicans. I have to settle it. All right, I'm on CNN's website. This happened overnight. Here we go. Okay, Morgan State University. Hours-long shelter in place during a homecoming week. This was published earlier this morning. Okay, according to the website, 5 people were shot at the Morgan State University in Baltimore Tuesday night, and the police are still trying to locate the damn suspect. They were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. To the state for this year, they've got 531 mass shootings so far in this year. How's that grab you? SWAT had to go through the university, and they still couldn't find the suspect. No longer an active shooter solution, so they release everybody. At least it's the people in the buildings and in the dorms going through classrooms, going through classes during that time. But it's a scary damn thing. This is a major university. They have no clues, no idea, and the cops are still going to be investigating this damn thing like crazy. And it scares me that even in our territory, we're going to be running into it. We haven't yet, but we've had a couple of times we actually had shelter in places at times when I wasn't even going there, but it still scared the hell out of me. Having a lunatic coming onto the campus and then causing that much problems. Right now, the networks are so concerned about the politics of what happened yesterday morning and then Trump, and they're not even worrying about what happened at a damn school. It's getting so normalized. Over 500 this year? What the hell am I supposed to be able to do with this shit? How the hell am I supposed to be able to deal with this kind of crap? Holy shit. It's gotten worse and worse over the past 3-4 decades. Gun laws laxed. People are getting more access to the guns. Doesn't matter what kind of condition they are. Doesn't matter. They're still getting them. And then we got people walking on the campuses with AR-15s, with Glocks, with converted from semi to auto. They'll take shotguns and use them if they have to. And we're still getting our asses kicked out there. I can't walk into a campus and feel safe anymore. These students, these youngsters, are growing up in a situation where this is their normal now. I remember Columbine. I remember the fear and terror I felt about it. I remembered about even earlier than that, there was, we worried about people going postal in the 80s. In the 1980s. Where the hell was I at that? I was too damn close to ground zero for that one. There was a temple, Jewish temple in school. There was a shooting by a postal worker. I'm trying to remember this one. Students died, got injured. Guy just went nuts. And there have been other isolated incidents after that, where people just got sick and tired of being sick and tired and stressed out. It was called going postal. The cops didn't know how to handle it because they'd probably shoot them. They got a gun to shoot. If they could try talking you down, fine, but mostly they'd shoot you. But I was only a kid. I was a teenager growing up to be a young, dumbass adult. We had a school shooting, not in my territory. I'll tell you what's scary is when you're going to high school, and back in the 80s, and you see coming across the campus in the hallways, lockers being searched, and then weapons found. Yeah, guns. Besides pistols, someone was bringing over a shotgun and an AR-15 from students. You'd be surprised how they can cram shit into school lockers. I remember that one time. And it was talked about in the classes. It was talked about in the school. But there was no announcement made over the air. And nothing written up in the stories in our newspapers. But I saw guns being transported. And some guns were found also at the continuation school next door. And that I saw as well. This was terrifying. Even back then as a kid. But it was unheard of about mass shootings. Beating ups, yeah. Gang fights, yeah. I mean, hell, back in the 70s through the 80s, yeah, then we had gang fights. There were shootings, there were stabbings. But we didn't hear anybody attacking other people left and right. We didn't hear anything else going on like that. What the hell was going on? And this scares me. When I wake up in the morning and thinking everything's okay in the night, turn on the news, and then what I see? One particular major university going through a lockdown. Not because of a damn viral infection, no, because there was intent to commit murder. Was it a student or just a nut job with a gun who wants to kill people for the fun of it? There was too many questions, and they don't know who and what the student, or if it was a student or what. They're still collecting evidence on the damn shit. They don't know. The cops are going to be at it for hours. We'll hear about it later on. This doesn't make me feel any better. This happened on the other side of the continent, on the other side of the country. That's going towards The south end. Okay. East end. Okay, that's fine. Okay. East. West. East. Okay. We had shootings at UCLA. A student was pissed off at a professor, an undergrad. I think he was taken into custody or was he killed? I'm not quite sure. But he put the entire campus plus sorority and frat rows under lockdown. It got scary on the west coast over here in Antelope Valley when there was a cop being shot or targeted, and the guy who's in the neighborhood, about one or two streets closer, too damn close to the campus. And what happened was we lost a sergeant and a beloved sergeant in the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Guy was a real community leader, a community servant, did a lot of things for Lancaster and Palmdale, and right after his death, they decided to name the Lancaster Municipal Park Sergeant Steve Owens Park. They are constantly reminded about their job being that dangerous, especially when you have people targeting certain sheriffs. And the gangs do have a grudge, and there is a lot of grudge out there against the cops. But that grudge put the campus on lockdown on a day that I was at home, and I'm reading about it, and I'm trying to listen to the news, what's going on. But nothing in the local news in the Los Angeles County market, and I couldn't get the current market, of what the hell was going on. Then I had to hear stories afterwards. Then I had to hear some of the news stories afterwards about the kind of shooting. And then they mentioned about the campus being going on lockdown. And I kept thinking, that could have been me. 4 or 5 hours stuck in a class during that time. It's a hell of a time for me to hold on to my damn bladder. Even worse these days. Worse these days. The amount of crap I carry to the campus. I have to judge whether or not I'm going to be able to carry that damn thing over there or not. And constantly do it without throwing off my damn back or anything else in that manner. Or putting too much weight on my feet, which are still killing me this morning. And now, since I wanted to bring my computer just to get some computer work, I have to balance it out from the fear. Is it appropriate for me just to use the computers over there and work with them, or can I still use my own computer and contain the work? I mean, I can still use a flash drive. However, now I got to be worried about, can I move fast enough, or do I have to leave the shit behind? If I'm evacuating, I'm going to be a slow-moving target. If I'm moving from one place to another place, I'm still a slow-moving target. I can move. I'm going to be ignoring the damn pain in my feet, but I can move as fast and as well as I can for an old fat guy who's going through health problems. But this scares the hell out of me. How am I going to be able to deal with this? I don't know. But I can't let it stop me. I can't put myself into that kind of situation where I'm going to have to let it stop me. Because if I do, then I can't function. I can't function, and I want to function. I'm just going to have to make sure I'm going to be awfully careful and making the decisions necessary to take care of what I need to take care of. They're still talking about on the media about what the hell about Trump and about Kevin McCarthy and shit. And I wanted to know more about the damn school shooting. I guess I'll be getting a little bit more information on local news when they're still up and operating. This is as much as I'm going to be able to get. Because right now, all I hear is this blah, 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 blah. Trump will do this, and Trump will do that, and Trump will do this, and Trump will do that. God, let's listen to Sweeney Todd, why don't we? Sounds like one of those songs. I tend to tell of Sweeney Todd. No, actually, I tend to tell of Sweeney Trump. Then demon president of Constitution Avenue. I could try making a song about this schmuck. I'll be breaking copyright rules left and right for parody at this point. I tend to tell of Sweeney Todd. Well, that's another video on that one.